Hi Aries, and welcome to your July 2019 general read. I'm Jade with Yes, Yes, Yes. Welcome back to the channel. And if you are new here, welcome. Let me explain first. Hold on. First, let me say thank you for all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes. I love having all of your feedback, getting to know you all, so thank you. And if you are feeling this, remember to just hit that like button. It helps out so much. Leave me a comment. I do my best to get back to everybody. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And now I'll explain what's going on for this general read. This stems from the overall for the 2019, and that link is in the box below for the overall for the year. So the Mystical Shaman Oracle card for your yearly is the Sun. This is telling us that we are all revolving around you, Aries. So I feel like there's a lot of Aries out there in the world. Sorry, I'm moving my camera around. There's a lot of Aries out there in the world who are having an amazing year. And it may, everything has its ups and downs, but I feel like overall, Aries are very clear about who they are, what their boundaries are, and I think that others are kind of bouncing off of your boundaries and making them stronger, and not in a way that's making you untouchable. That's not what I mean, but I think that Aries is pretty much living, and it feels that way, at least from those that I know, it's living the life on your terms, and we are all learning what those terms are. So I'm seeing that very strongly for you. It feels like we're revolving around your sunlight. Now, specifically for this month, in the Line Strider deck, you have the World card. This is a cycle card. It's the end of the major arcana, so there could have been a major shift that's happening. This month we have a major shift, which is the eclipses that are happening. There's a solar eclipse on the 2nd of July, and then there's a lunar eclipse a little later, of course 2 weeks later. There's a lot of change that's happening. There could be a cycle that's shifting for you since the last eclipses, which that last cycle was late July or August. So look back at where you were late July and August of last year and see what you put into motion. It could be about this energy here and setting your life up so that everybody understands what your needs are. So that could have happened for you last July or August, being really clear about that, and now that cycle is coming to fruition. Now you may be a little nervous about that cycle, a little anxious about what's coming up afterwards, because maybe this is feeling really good for you. Don't worry, this is an overall, and again, this is very general, but this next cycle, if you've set yourself up so well that everybody is conceding to what your needs are, then you should be fine. So there, and also the other thing is that this could be an end of the cycle of any kind of nervousness or anxiety that you might be feeling in life. So if you have that feeling, what these next eclipses in this month might bring on is an end of any kind of anxiety or worry that you might have. So congratulations if that's the case. Okay, so I'm going to do a Celtic Cross with the Rider-Waite deck, and I've pre-shuffled, but I like to shuffle just a bit while I have you here with me. So Aries, I hope you're feeling good, doing well, feeling strong, especially because you've got a lot of energy around you. And there's a lot of energy that we're all kind of dancing with right now. So I hope you're not feeling too exhausted. And if you are, take that time for yourself, even though it's summertime in the Northern Hemisphere. Southern Hemisphere, if you're feeling it, feeling like you need to retreat, because it's the time of year to do so. It's a little more difficult for us in summertime because we don't want to retreat. We want to get out all of the summertime activities that we can. Okay, so give me a moment. I'm going to draw out the cards for you. I know I was just talking about summertime here, and we just hit the summer solstice, the longest day in the Northern Hemisphere. And now that's really what my worry is remembering what the winter is like. And I usually have to go places to travel. I have to travel places that are sunshiny because the winter is just really tough for me. I'm learning this in my my elder years, which is not the case at all. I'm not old at all, but I think it's pretty funny. So we're going for 10 cards here. And what we're looking for you, Aries, excuse me, is what is the general idea of what you're going through this month in July. And if you find this at another time, that's fine. Let's see if it resonates. And let me just explain again, this is all for Sun, Moon, and Rising Aries. And if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, just leave it. Find a different reading. And there's lots of readers out there too. So, if you're not feeling my style, I get that. We all have our different styles. So if you like this style, and of course I'm doing this really slowly today, then feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you here on the channel. I'm growing this channel slowly and with intention. So as we are is perfect for me. And I try to mix it up every month as well because I get bored easily. 3 more to go. Woohoo, 3 more. This is different. I don't normally choose this way, but I felt called to do it this time because I wanted to make sure that we had cards that were being called, basically. And this side keeps calling me, but once my hand gets heavy, that's where the card is calling me. So if you read yourself, you might find that you have a different kind of calling. Sometimes the cards tingle, sometimes you just get a voice that says, go, it's time. So we all have our different ways. Okay, let me just replay this the way in which they came out. So what's going on for Aries? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. So looking at feeling good. Look, she's holding on to money. So you might be money-minded this month, really thinking about your job, thinking about even your health. This could go back to all of that summertime activity. So holding it dear. This is also a card of nurturing. So you could be nurturing others, nurturing yourself. There could be a new child that's being grown in, little bun in the oven type of thing. So we're talking about nurturing either self or others and growing something, okay, and holding it dear. But what's crossing it is the Page of Pentacles. Interesting, same suit. So this is someone, it could be a person, it could be just an issue, but it's very small, so that's good. Just a little issue that is maybe the exact opposite of what you're truly wanting because it's the same suit, right? So if you are wanting to have a nurturing, loving relationship with your person, okay, or with your child may be wanting a little bit more freedom, or your person may be wanting a little bit more freedom and asking you to take a look at that, okay? Because can you see that she's looking down, holding on, and this child or younger person is holding up and kind of like lifting off here. So 2 different energies, and this could be 2 different energies within you as well. So wanting to nurture, but also wanting to play. that I understand. Now the foundation of this is, Ace of Cups came out in the reverse. So there is a desire to start something, feel something very good and emotionally satisfying, but there's some dissatisfaction here. So if we're talking about a relationship or something within you, it's just not quite satisfying at the moment. It could have started that way and then just things are there's a bad taste right now. Maybe it's because both of you are having your own specific needs, or if this again is money, your money might be tied up emotionally or in an emotional situation that isn't feeling good at the moment. Give me 1 second. Had to have a little tea. Okay. From the past, we have a lot of movement. The Eight of Wands. Movement and action from the past. It could have been this emotional, whatever this emotional connection was, that could have started really quickly, or you could have just been inspired to either move into a new job, okay? Or to start this new relationship with perhaps somebody who's younger. I'm just kind of giving all of those possibilities, but there was a lot of movement in the past. So what that's saying to me is like maybe you're feeling a little stagnant now, but we'll see. Sometimes when we have a big burst in the past, we have to reflect upon that big burst. And that tea is very good. And so that could be the reflection that we're having here in the near past. Now what's going on currently is the moon. Interesting card. So this is, Piscean energy, but this is a card of secrecy, needing to use the intuition, looking at things truly for what they are, and that could be what's going on for you. You're looking at, remember we talked about this cycle earlier, so this cycle is completing. You might be feeling a little nervous about what's coming up, and that's because you're looking at the truth of the situation, which could be that there's an emotional connection to your money. So keep that in mind. If you're making, I find that if you make financial choices based on emotions, you're never going to win it, right? You might get lucky in the end, but there's still going to be that emotional attachment to finances, and to me, it feels like there needs to be a separation for health, for healthy reasons, but you know, it works different for everyone. I'm just bringing that up because we've got this push-pull between the energy of emotional stability and wealth or health, okay? So the other thing here is that we're talking about this moon cycle, and I have seen this moon card come out. This moon card has come out in all the readings so far. This month, July, is huge for moon cycle. So make an intention, the new moon. I'm trying to get all these out by that point. So make an intention for the new moon, at the new moon, of what you want to manifest. Okay, see what happens in 2 weeks and then in 6 months, okay, because it's an eclipse. So if you have an intention to set your Ace of Cups, this Ace of Cups in the upright, which is, you know, you have all the power to do so, and you want to heal whatever this connection is that isn't feeling emotionally satisfying, then look straight at the truth of what's going on and then make that intention at the new moon. Make your wish, because that's the time to do so. Now let's see, near future, look at that, Two of Cups. So if this is a relationship, it's looking like the balance is coming back. It's looking like the emotional connection is, see how those two people are looking straight at themselves? So if this is an imbalance with somebody who's younger, who wants something their own way, and you're trying to nurture it, and you know, give them time, give them a chance, you know, give them space, whatever it is they need. It looks like you're going to find that even balance in the near future. Now, this is not necessarily a love reading, so I'm going to pull it back from being a relationship, because that's what we look at for love readings. When it's a general read, Two of Cups, again, is balance, right? It's a mirroring, and this can also be a relationship within yourself. So we talked about that earlier, where you might have a disconnect between your emotional maturity and the ability to take care of yourself or your family, okay? It's just looking like things in the near future are going to come back into balance. You're really gonna be able to take a look at what's been hiding from you, what's been in the shadows, and look straight at it. Look straight at it and see the mirror of what you once were and what you want to become, okay? So that's the personal journey there. Now, how do you see things? Okay, there's that Hangman in the reverse. That's some stagnation. Now, this is the idea of getting a new perspective is good, right? We've talked about that. You can flip your Ace of Cups around. You can look at the moon straight on and not allow any secrecy to take hold. So this Hanged Man in the reverse, how you're feeling right now is just that it's a little stagnant, and that's okay. You might have been there a little bit too long, actually. So maybe you've been trying to look at things without taking the action to make any changes. So maybe you've just been looking a little long, and it's time to take action to actually make the movement. The other thing about the Hangman in reverse is that it is a hold card, right? It's a hold card either way. When it comes out in the reverse, it means that, you know, he's coming out of this stagnation, but it's like he's falling out of it. It's not quite a choice. It's that the world has turned it upside down for him to fall out. So keep in mind there may be some growing pains with whatever this, this look, and I think that might be the anxiety actually earlier, that we noticed earlier, was that there might be some growing pains that you're feeling right now, looking at the truth of everything, looking at the mirroring of everything, okay? Trying to probably turn that Ace of Cups in the upright. I'll go ahead and do it like that, just so we can keep in mind. Now, how others are seeing it is an 8 of Cups. So I might have even said that. The 8 of Cups is a movement card forward. So others might see that you are disconnecting. Others might feel that you're disconnecting because this is an emotional card. This is the thing. I love the 8 of Cups. I like it because this is the moment where you look back and you realize all of the beauty that you're leaving behind, all of the sadness, whatever the emotion was that you're feeling of this last situation, you're looking at it and you are leaving it behind. It's that moment just before the excitement of what's to come hits. So it's that very last moment of somber, because that's what, the shoulders are shrugged. This person is looking down. So but there again, there's your balance of your sun and your moon there. So you're about to go on a grand adventure, at least what other people are seeing. Now, what they're feeling from you is that you're backing away, that you're disconnecting. And that, again, could be that you're just in this moon phase right now of looking at things. And this could be about your person. Maybe your person is sensing, feeling a little bit of disconnect, okay? But again, let's keep in mind that 2 of Cups is showing us that balance will be restored. Now here is your hopes or your fears. Let's see. 4 of Swords in the reverse. So if your hopes or your fears are that you're coming out, you might, and this just could be that you're going to have to reveal whatever you've been thinking about, whatever you've been journaling about, but this is all mental, right? So you are going to have to reveal it. You may not want to. You may be a little afraid to share what thoughts have come up through this moon time. I'm feeling like this for this month, you really are trying to look at things exactly for what they are, but you're processing things internally, Aries. You may not be sharing it quite yet. Your sharing may come publicly later on, and that, again, could show us that there's a new cycle to be begun, and that's your nervousness. Now, the cycle could be relationship. Even though this 2 of Cups is here, it could be a new relationship with yourself. And if it is a relationship that you're changing from the past, there could be a breakup that you're choosing, and that could be the reason why you're a little hesitant to share your truth, to share your peace here. It's really up to you, Aries. I'm just reading cards, so I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Final outcome, Knight of Cups. So the emotions will be coming forward. This may be you, this may be the other person breaking through. This might just be this Ace of Cups breaking through, and that there's a breakdown, right? Where everything is just so overwhelming that you can't keep it in and you need to reach out and ask for help. But this Knight of Cups coming in, this card is offering the emotional stability that you were hoping for initially, right? This Ace of Cups was really wanting, it came out in reverse initially. So, sorry, let me flip that. There we go. So the Ace of Cups came out, but what we really are wanting is something true, something balanced, and something that's protected. And I feel like Knights protect, right? So whatever this emotional issue is, and I'll pull a few more cards to see if I can get to it, but whatever emotional instability you're feeling, it seems like there's some support coming your way. The balance will be turning. So if you're feeling a little discombobulated emotionally because there's a lot of internalization you're going through, just know that this is all in your head. It's all in your head, Aries, because you're processing, okay? It's good to process and go through it. What it will do is it will bring you back to a place where you're not a queen over a page. I think that it's going to be queen to queen, queen to king, king to queen, king to king, that kind of thing, okay? King to king, all that stuff. Now, I am curious. Let's see what clarity we can get on this moon card. What secrets are we looking straight at? What information is coming out for Aries? Okay, well, it's keeping you up at night, and it may be something that has kept you up at night. We're talking about this Nine of Swords energy, so this is, again, mental, okay? So what is it, Aries, that has been really bothering you that you haven't been able to process, okay, and that you're struggling to process? Five of Wands just popped out. What is it that is keeping you from your normal external self, right? You're processing something internally. So what is it that Aries is processing internally? Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this for Aries. What is going on? What is the secret? What needs to come out? So we had the Strength card coming out in the reverse. So this is not feeling worthy. Leo energy, wanting to tame the beast, okay? So maybe you're just feeling like you weren't able, you let yourself down, possibly. You could be feeling that you've let yourself down, that there's some kind of connection to a Leo, or even the Pisces, remember that, that has gone sour. It hasn't been balanced. Remember, that's our initial issue, is that there's a little bit of an imbalance where you're wanting to give and the other person's wanting more freedom. So perhaps you're taking this a bit personally. Perhaps there's something, that this freedom needing person hasn't been expressing it truthfully, or they've been expressing it behind your back, and you're just coming to understand it, coming to learn it. So you're going through some interestingly intense, I will say intense moments. We got the World card that just popped out again. Some intense moments currently, but let's go to this Two of Cups in the near future. The World card popped out. We'll see if that's about that cycle for the Two of Cups. What is this Two of Cups for Aries in the future here? In the near future, this is usually just monthly. What is this Two of Cups for Aries in the future, please? Okay, that's a lot of cards, but we'll take them. Okay, so we've got Page of Cups. So could be a water sign who's not quite all that you want, right? There's two pages on the table. And now you have Page of Swords in the reverse who's not speaking. So this water sign, we could be talking about this connection with a water sign who's not speaking the truth quite yet, who they might be out celebrating, doing things with others, not necessarily including you, but maybe including you. Healing, could be Sagittarian energy, is really needed for the situation. Otherwise, there's going to be some toxicity, Capricorn. So I'm feeling that this cycle here, I'm going to leave all those in one spot because we've got a lot of cards on the table. This Two of Cups energy, if it's a balance in a relationship, the only way to do so is to see that it was a cycle that needs to be completed. It could develop in a way that what it means is like codependency, or I'm seeing that for sure because it's Queen to the Page. But realize that codependency could develop if that cycle is not closed, and if you do not heed the call for healing yourself, okay? So really get some healing, and I feel like the healing is really the truth. If this is a person that we're dealing with, that person is more concerned with enjoying their life right now because they're younger, okay? Because they're being immature perhaps, and they're not able to even speak their truth. So just be aware that cycle could turn into a codependent relationship. It could turn into it could continue to be a cycle that repeats karmically. So just be aware of that, all right? But remember our outcome here, Knight of Cups. So you know what you want emotionally. You want it to be held securely. So tell this person, let them know once you come out, once you've processed all of this, let that person know, let everybody know that, what your needs are. Again, go back to this place. You are the sun, Aries, and we are rotating around you. So whatever your needs are in this emotional relationship, in this, even if this is a business relationship, you need it to be balanced. You want it to be healthy. You want it to be as if you two are working together in equal partnership, okay? All right, Aries, that's what I have for you for your general. Check out the love reading, see if this resonates. Let me know if it resonates in the comment section, but let's see if it repeats. I'll speak with you soon. Sending you all my love.